are the hormones that regulate hunger and body weight regulation. So our hormonal system is off when our gut health is off. So this is so important to understand and again, see that clear connection to weight loss. And then again, the inflammation. Welcome to the Radiant Health and Wellness community. Throughout each video training and masterclass, we explore perspectives designed to empower you and activate your radiant health, wellness, and vitality. My name is Dr. Beata Harasim, and I created the Radiant Health Protocol, an integrative system utilizing 6 pillars to master your health and wellness from within as you make your body your ally on your journey to optimal well-being. This protocol is the solution for various signs and symptoms, stages of life, diagnoses, and conditions. Join us as we take a deep dive into just one aspect of health and wellness right now. And these episodes are for educational purposes only. Please consult with your physician or a practitioner before making any changes. Let's go. Your journey to radiant health starts here. If you're ready to break free of the barriers holding you back from weight loss success, keep listening. Do you experience cravings, emotional eating, or stress eating? Maybe you have hormonal or metabolism problems, or thyroid or infertility challenges. Or do you have digestion or skin issues, autoimmunity, or anxiety and mental health challenges? Did you know that all of this is related to not being able to lose weight? And did you know that it all stems from gut health, including weight loss? So maybe you've already tried cutting calories or counting macros or working out for hours at the gym, and either you haven't lost weight or it keeps coming back. Or maybe you haven't been able to stick to a plan and actually make progress. Or maybe you don't even know where to begin with weight loss, and you just know that you don't feel well on the inside and you want to get fit. You want to maintain a healthy weight and you want to feel great and be able to take part fully in life. The reason why you haven't made the progress that you wanted in healthy weight loss and maintaining a healthy weight is because you haven't addressed the 6 pillars that are underlying root causes of weight loss. One of which is gut health that we're going to focus on today, and it literally affects everything. So you can count calories, you can try diets, you can exercise all you want. But if you actually need to open your detoxification pathways, reduce inflammation, restore your gut flora, heal and seal your leaky gut, maybe you need to heal wounds emotionally that keep you going back to emotional eating. Maybe you need to regulate your nervous system to get into a healing state. Maybe you need to understand what your body's communicating to you. So if you're just counting calories, but these are all the things that you actually need, then you're not going to see progress. You're not going to see results. And guess what? You really need all of these for lasting and effortless weight loss. And these are the pillars of the Radiant Health Protocol, which we'll go over in a minute. And so this video is video 3 in the Break Free Weight Loss Masterclass series, and we're going to be going into gut health for weight loss specifically. And if you haven't watched the first 2 videos, be sure to go back and check them out. And so this is also in conjunction with the Break Free Weight Loss mini course, an affordable and powerful bundle that I've created just for you, so that no matter what stage you're in on your weight loss and health journey, you can get started now, either with the mini course alone, or I have a bundle option for a one-on-one consultation and a full month of support, plus lots of bonuses to customize and make your individual plan and protocol. So if you want to break free, lose weight, and keep it off effortlessly, sign up for a full month of support that is currently 91% off. And you get the mini course included for free. This will give you the customized solutions, one-on-one care for you and your unique journey. And the link will be below in the comments and description. So in this video, we're going to explore the impact that gut health has on the entire body and how you can start improving your gut health today. We're going to go into the gut wall and leaky gut, what that is, and the importance of healing and sealing it. We're going to discuss the gut microbiome and how gut health is much more than just taking a probiotic or a supplement. And I always give you lots of tips and tricks for weight loss and gut health and overall health, wellness, and vitality sprinkled in. And then we're going to tie this all back to the Radiant Health Protocol and why we need all 6 pillars to, again, achieve lasting and effortless weight loss. And I'm also going to extend an invitation to you for the affordable Break Free Weight Loss mini course and bundle that I've created for you. And so if this resonates with you, you're ready to lose the weight, you're ready to keep it off, you're ready to break free of the barriers that are holding you back, then click below, get the mini course and the full bundle with a month of support and that one-on-one care with a consultation today. So before we dive deep into gut health, I want to take a minute to address those 6 pillars that I mentioned of the Radiant Health Protocol. And so this protocol is something that I created. My name is Dr. Beata Harasim, and I'm a holistic and integrative doctor. And I work with clients with all sorts of signs and symptoms, different conditions, different diagnoses. And areas that I specialize in are weight loss, digestion, gut health, and food allergies, fertility, pregnancy and breastfeeding, as well as anxiety, overwhelm, and burnout. And I created this protocol from my own experiences through years of health challenges, weight loss, etc. So the first one that I'm going to talk about, the first pillar, is holistic nutrition and nourishment. And this is really about learning to nourish your body with foods that fuel vitality and energy, enhance well-being from within, and mind, body, and soul nourishment. So movement, your thoughts, your beliefs, and then your soul, the spiritual connection to the divine, your higher power, whatever name you call that, and how we need to literally feed our soul for, again, fulfillment, for ease, for effortlessness, and for weight loss, for health and wellness. Now, the next pillar is emotional, energetics, and spiritual alignment. And so I already alluded a little bit to this, but we need to also understand the profound connection between our emotions that maybe we're not expressing, maybe we're suppressing or repressing, the energies of those emotions, how they live within our field and our body, and how they can manifest physically into disease, and how that connects to our current physical health. We may need to clear past wounds, align with our truth, what's in our heart, our true essence, and tap into divine intuition for guidance. And then integrated detoxification is the third pillar. And this is exploring detoxification way beyond, can't say that word, beyond just a cleanse or a fast. We need to discover how to open our innate detoxification pathways, how to work with our body and its natural detoxification. We need to support our detoxification organs, understand their interplay with our emotions, our energetics, and the nervous system. And then the next pillar is the nervous system regulation. So we need to break free from always being in a fight or flight state and being stressed out and worried. And when we're always in that state, we're not in rest and digest. And nowadays, many of us are in that scenario where we don't spend much time in rest and digest. So without that regulation, without being able to get into rest and digest, our healing is inhibited. Our weight loss is inhibited. We may be eating all of this wonderful, organic, nourishing food. We may even be taking supplements, and they won't do anything because our body is not able to receive it when we're not in a rest and digest state. Our body's not able to maintain a normal metabolism and processes, and we literally get stuck. We plateau. So we can be doing a lot of things right, but if we're not addressing nervous system regulation, we're not going to see change. Next is decoding your body's language. So our body communicates with us all the time. We need to learn to understand what it's telling us. We need to learn to decipher what that means, what certain signs and symptoms mean, and address the root causes rather than masking symptoms with Band-Aid solutions. That's how we get signs and symptoms to actually resolve, is by understanding what they're communicating to us. This also includes intuitive eating, divine muscle testing, intuition training, and again, understanding the signs and symptoms that our body's giving us. And then the last pillar is, again, comprehensive gut health and healing. And this is way beyond supplements. It's where and like a probiotic, right? That's bare basics. When we look at gut health, we're looking at nurturing our gut microbiome, healing and sealing the gut wall, supporting optimal digestion, and we're going to dive deep into this today. So have you ever heard the saying that all disease begins in the gut by Hippocrates? It's true. Because what happens is, and this is even shown in studies, is that we have a gut wall, a lining, and that can become leaky in the sense that there are normal spaces in our gut wall where when we are eating food, our food ideally gets broken down into small enough pieces that are appropriate, and it works through that gut wall lining. And so then it enters our bloodstream and it circulates through, and we get our nutrition, our nourishment, etc. Well, what happens is when we have inflammation, when we are exposed to toxins, when we have undesirable bacteria or yeast or viruses or etc. in our gut microbiome, when there are toxins in our environment, that gut wall essentially becomes leaky. The spaces increase. There is a protective layer on that gut wall as well that gets degraded. And then what happens is things start passing through that leaky gut wall into our bloodstream, creating inflammation and wreaking havoc. Now, these can be bacterial products called endotoxins. They can be legitimate toxins like heavy metals. They can be also food proteins that weren't broken down ideally. So what happens is when the digestive system is not working optimally, it can't break down proteins properly. They pass through that permeable gut lining into our bloodstream. And when these undigested fully, right, they're partially broken down proteins show up in our bloodstream, they create inflammation, and they can create food allergies as well. And so also when they're in circulation, our urinary system has to work hard, right? Our kidneys have to work harder to eliminate them. And then there becomes this toxic load. And our liver is one of our detoxification organs. So when we have a high toxin load, our liver isn't able to digest fats. It slows down and becomes sluggish. So then we're not able to digest fats. We're not able to digest proteins, right? And we're not able to properly nourish ourselves. And this throws off, again, our toxin levels throughout our body. And what ends up happening is our immune system recognizes these molecules that are foreign circulating in our bloodstream, and it attacks them. So that creates the chronic inflammation, that creates autoimmunity, that creates food allergies, like I mentioned earlier. And so this inflammation can create insulin and leptin resistance, which are the factors that drive type 2 diabetes and obesity. So clear connection to weight loss right there. And again, that's related to fatty liver disease. So it is all quantumly entangled. And that's why, especially when we start going into the Radiant Health Protocol, why we need to work all of these 6 pillars together, because it's not linear. We can't just work nutrition and then we just can't work gut health. No, we have to be working all of this together, including that emotional side of things, including the energy, including the nervous system, including our spiritual work. And so the other thing that's really cool is that our gut is a built-in pharmacy. It literally creates and secretes hormones. So this is where the connection to our thyroid, our metabolism happens, right? And again, we mentioned the diabetes part. So there are 2 hormones called leptin and ghrelin that are the hormones that regulate hunger and body weight regulation. So our hormonal system is off when our gut health is off. So this is so important to understand and again, see that clear connection to weight loss. And then again, the inflammation component. When we're inflamed, we're going to hold on to water. We're going to be we're going to just weigh more naturally because of that, because of the inflammation. So during the mini course, you're going to get a specific training a little bit deeper into gut health as well. And the other component that I wanted to mention as well is that our gut affects our brain. It affects our mental and emotional state directly. So there's something called the gut-brain axis. And this is proven that when we have an imbalance in the gut microbiome, it affects us emotionally, mentally. It's literally related to things like autism, schizophrenia, seizures. These are all things that benefit from working on gut health specifically, and especially in this comprehensive, holistic, and integrative way that the Radiant Health Protocol does. So when we look at this, when we look at the gut is so powerful and it's so amazing because by working on our gut health, we affect so many aspects of our health and wellness and weight loss in general, overall. So if you're ready to get to the root causes of why you haven't been able to lose weight, click below for that weight loss bundle and the Break Free Weight Loss mini course. and release the barriers that are preventing you from your weight loss success with customized solutions. So that's the beauty, is that you get to choose. You can do the mini course on your own, or you can go ahead and upgrade and get the full month of support, a one-on-one consultation, customized solutions just for you with that mini course included for free. So we talked about that gut wall and leaky gut, right? And how important it is to heal and seal it. Now, the next component of that interplays with it again is our microbiome. And let's dive deep into that for a minute. So our microbiome is a collection of trillions of microorganisms. There's different bacteria, there's yeasts, there's viruses, there's fungi, there's all sorts of things in there. Lots still to discover, honestly. And so what happens is this microbiome, when it works in harmony, when it is in balance, there are things like candida yeast in there. There are things like unbeneficial bacteria. There are beneficial bacteria, but they all have their place. It is when things get out of balance that problems occur, essentially, right? And so one of the ones that I want to focus on in this video is candida. And so candida is a yeast, and it loves sugar. It loves carbs. Okay. So how many of you, when you're talking about cravings and emotional eating, you go to carbs? That's the majority of us, right? Processed food. What happens is when we have a candida overgrowth, this is just one example, is that candida is hungry. They want food. They want their sugar, and they literally create cravings in you. So they affect your emotional state, your mental state. They make you crave that sweet food. They make you crave those chips, that ice cream, those cookies, etc., because they want to be fed. So is that a light bulb moment for any of you? Because when I learned that, it absolutely was. On my journey, again, in the first video, I shared a lot more about my story and experiences, but I had such a sweet tooth growing up. And this also affects our kids. So when I had a lot of sweets as a child. My parents did the best they could with what they knew, and I did have a lot of sweets. And what happened is that I was starting to get an overgrowth slowly over time. And what happened is, as that happened, my taste buds changed. So if you have a sweet tooth, that's a sign that you may have a candida overgrowth or a yeast overgrowth. And so what happens is, when we want that sweet, we want that craving, it overcomes us at a certain point. Willpower doesn't work against candida. Willpower doesn't stand up to the gut microbiome. So when we have that craving from candida, wanting sugar, it's strong, it's real, it's valid. And I had that throughout most of my adult life, until I started doing gut health. And now there's a certain way to do this. So we work with your body. We don't want to go too hardcore is my approach. We want to make progress and support your body through it. So you don't want to be suffering and causing yourself, a lot of discomfort or pain. But there are ways that we can slowly start decreasing that candida. And I know that when I did this, it was mind-blowing at how after a while, I didn't have any sweet cravings anymore. And when I finally worked up to having a sweet here or there, I didn't want it like I used to. And that, again, is decoding my body's language, understanding the signs and symptoms that, hey, that candida yeast is under control. It's back in balance. And that's important to mention, is that we don't want to totally eradicate it, right? We don't want to kill it and all these things. It plays a part, because what candida also does is, one, it wants sugar. Two, is it's actually holding heavy metals. So it's like this fluffy little ball is the way that I think about it. It sequesters heavy metals so that they can't do damage around the rest of your body. How amazing is that? So candida plays a very important part, and we don't want to go so harsh that we just destroy it, because then we're going to have a bunch of heavy metals circulating through us that our body can't detoxify yet, because we haven't worked on detoxification and all these other things. And they're going to wreak havoc in your body. So if you've tried something like this before and you have gotten so many symptoms, it's because you likely dumped a lot of heavy metals into circulation again in your body, and you weren't ready for that. So we need to do this in a safe way. We need to do this in a healthy way. So that's just one example there. Now, the next thing is reducing our toxin load. So again, we talked about these toxins, the effect that they can have on us. So this is one of your tips, is to become aware, where are the toxins in my environment? What are my personal products? What's in my water? Am I filtering my water? Am I buying high quality food? Again, processed foods have a lot of chemicals and additives. Those are toxins in our body. Our body needs to work extra hard to detoxify those. It's creating inflammation, which again increases weight. So all of these things we need to be aware of. So again, in the mini course, we go through a section where you're going to focus on reducing toxins. Next is opening detoxification pathways. There are multiple of these, and we're going to talk more about this in the detox masterclass video, so keep an eye out for that one coming up. But we need to be able, again, to have detox pathways open so that when toxins are being created or released or circulated, that we can move them out. The other place where we get toxins is actually just our gut microbiome in general. So they are creating certain ones, again, especially when they're dying, they're creating a lot of toxins, but even when they're living, they're creating toxins. So especially the non-beneficial bacteria, etc. And why it's so important to poop daily. So that is, again, another tip. Make sure that you're pooping daily. Full poop, about 12 inches of poop. Super important. And if you're not, that's where you need custom help and guidance to make sure that that detoxification pathway is open. There are other ones, the kidneys, the skin, your lymphatic system, your lungs, etc. Again, we'll go deeper into that in the detox pathway, but I think that's important to mention. That's an important tip there. And we need to nourish our body with healing foods to help heal and seal the gut. And we need to allow our body to heal and decrease inflammation on its time, on its schedule. Many times we want to rush forward. Many times we want to, skip things and just go hardcore. And we need to work together with this. And at the same time, we need to be working on the emotions associated with it. And we need to be working on nervous system regulation and all of these components at once. So can you see how gut health is so much more than just taking a probiotic or a supplement? Okay. And honestly, my personal approach is to not have to use supplements if we don't need to, because we can get so much nourishment, so much healing from food, from whole, real food. And so what I do with my clients, especially for gut health, is I use a modified version of a gut healing protocol called GAPS. And I modify this specifically for what the person is presenting with, what they are going through. And again, we talked about this in the nourishment section, that sometimes we need to eliminate foods that are creating issues, right? And then we need to increase the healing foods, the nourishing foods. So if you haven't watched that part, definitely go check out the nourishment video and the nutrition video. And so part of that is eating animal products. They are extremely nutrient dense. They are readily accessible nutrition for us. So it is easy for our body to absorb and utilize it because it is in the form that our body recognizes. So these plant-based foods, replacement foods, supplements, etc., can actually be increasing more of a load on your body because your body is not able to utilize a lot of it. It's not able to absorb a lot of it. And it actually creates a toxin load in your body at times. The fiber, the excessive fiber, that can actually worsen your gut health quite literally. So again, there's so much nuance and modification that we need to customize and individualize for each person. And that's specifically what I do with clients in my program, and especially in the one-on-one consultations. So animal products, again, are something that you want to start incorporating. Quality is important as well. We need to improve our digestion. We need to optimize our digestion to be able to utilize those animal products as well. So again, it's all related. We need to do it concurrently. And again, I'll be asking you to cook. I'll be asking you to take agency and take control over your health and wellness and nutrition. You've got this. There are ways to do this. I did it as a busy single mom, and I know you can too. So how does this all tie back, right, to the Radiant Health Protocol? Because really, when we look at it, weight gain is a symptom of being out of alignment with all of these 6 pillars. So the way to lose weight is not just to focus on nutrition, not just exercise, not just gut health, not just cutting calories, or even just detox, right? We need to bring it all in together. We need to do the detox with the nutrition, with the gut health, with the emotional work, with the energetic work. with looking at our limiting thoughts and beliefs, with regulating our nervous system, with understanding our body's language, so that we can have our body as our ally on this weight loss, health, and wellness journey, because it is more than about just weight loss as well. And I do want you to break free and release the barriers that are keeping you from this healthy weight loss and life that you desire. It's all connected, and it's never just one thing. And the reason why you can't keep the weight off, or you lose it all and then it comes back, or you yo-yo, or you can't lose it just in general, it's because you're only trying one or two of these aspects, or maybe not even in the best way for you. So these 6 pillars, we need to use them together. We need to work them together. That's the way the body is. The body is holistic. It is quantum. It is a universe. Everything is quantumly entangled. So we need to work at this level. Now, again, you may not have gotten results with other practitioners, other meal plans, other exercise plans, etc., because you haven't been using this approach. You haven't been applying those 6 pillars in the right way. And you're going to be missing out. You won't get results if you don't do it this way. You won't be able to lose the weight and keep it off unless you do look at all of these 6 pillars. So when we're looking at this, we are looking at the underlying root causes of weight loss. And especially gut health, there is that clear connection. It directly relates to our hormones. It directly relates to inflammation. It directly relates to our hunger, our appetite, our body's regulation of our weight. So if you're ready to get deep, get to the root causes, address them, and finally get the weight off and keep it off and feel fantastic in your body, love life, because guess what? As you apply all these pillars, you're going to be healing emotionally, mentally, and this affects all aspects of life. It's going to improve your business. It's going to improve your relationships. It's going to improve your parenting, your family dynamics. So if you are ready to get deep, address those root causes, click below for the weight loss bundle to break free, release the barriers, and get custom solutions, especially with that 91% off full month of support, one-on-one consultation. There is no better deal out there right now, especially when you are ready for your transformation. And so in that mini course, you're going to get a lot of resources. You're going to get guided practices as well. And so some of the things that you're going to get are a guided practice to get clear on your why, your motivation, your inspiration. You're going to get a powerful assessment, why previous attempts at weight loss may not have worked. You're going to get weight loss affirmations, mind shifts, tips to avoid self-sabotage, a special training on that, a weekly meal planner, a measurement tracker, a gratitude tracker, a fitness planner, a self-care journal. You're going to get guided practices on nervous system regulation and emotional energetics. You're going to understand the emotions underlying your cravings, stress eating, emotional eating. You're going to get guided practices to decode and access the wisdom within. And so with either the mini course alone, you're already getting an unbelievable deal and value right there. Don't think that because it's a low cost, you're not going to get much. You are going to get a powerful punch there. And you can also upgrade to the full 1 month of support, custom one-on-one consultation with the mini course included for free at 91% off. Again, unbelievable deal there. And so at the same time, what I also want to mention is that this is fun. I love health and wellness. I love seeing people's lives transform. And I love seeing clients make those connections, see the puzzle pieces coming together, and have these literal breakthroughs in their weight loss, their health and wellness journey, their careers, their relationships, their lives as a whole. And so I make this fun. I make this entertaining even at times and exciting, because when we really start understanding the emotions and the nervous system regulation and the food and the gut health and the intuition training and accessing what's within us, our knowledge, our innate knowing, our innate intelligence, connection to the divine, everything changes. And I can't wait to share this with you and have you experience it for yourself. So go ahead, click on that link below, break free, release your barriers, achieve this weight loss that you desire, and create the life that you love. on all aspects. I'll see you in the next video.